think Spinner would be better.
Of course, OBS freezes the second I hit go live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Mehcast Reacts Spider-Man, parentheses, Miles Morales versus Deku, Izuku Midoriya, parentheses, Marvel versus My Hero Academia, parentheses, Boku no Hero Academia. Miles has too many superhero names.
I'd rather you just say My Hero Academia, because Boku at the beginning
I know.
of an anime,
Translators note, Boku means my.
Right, but
Plan means
anyone who's
Keikaku.
been around since the early 2000s internet would know why I'd rather you just say My Hero Academia.
Boku no Pico Academia.
Fucking shut up.
We should start. You guys ready?
Yes.
Miles Morales contra Izuku.
Why is my thing in Spanish?
Why is it in Spanish?
Why is it in Spanish? Hang on.
Because it has Spanish subtitle. It has Spanish subtitles.
Why is it in Spanish?
You didn't check
What?
this.
What?
Hang on, Ben, keep it playing.
Okay, it's in Spanish.
El hombre araña contra Deku.
Hang on, let me fix this. I'll be right back.
No, I don't like this shit. Rewind it.
How did this happen? Hang on. Something fucked up when I did this.
Is this the fucking auto-dub shit that YouTube's doing nowadays?
No, they've actually...
Yes.
Is it? Oh, God. Why did my thing download that?
Stop giving you shit we didn't ask for, YouTube.
Give me my community subtitles back, you son of a bitch.
This might be the funniest fuck up I've ever done. God damn it. Give me a moment, it'll be a few minutes.
Oh, wait, you're part of the Patreon page and you didn't bother downloading the video straight from the source?
Actually, yeah.
I did!
Why didn't you download the YouTube version?
Noxer Boy says Death Battle has a few actual dubs, like for GVS, 3.
What?
Well,
I thought this was a gag at first. It was like,
no, it's
not. Spider-Man. I was like, no, apparently not.
Hang on, there's no way. Did it just pick the No way. Is my YouTube program picking Spanish over the actual fucking thing?
Habla español. Death Battle.
That would be... No
I'm mixing
way.
my Spanish and Japanese accents.
That is wild. Are you fucking serious?
Wouldn't be a Metley Crew stream without some kind of technical difficulty, but at least it's not on my end this time.
At this point,
this is the funniest fuck up I've ever had.
Just go to YouTube, Ben.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm downloading it again.
No, just play it off of your
Just play it from YouTube,
player.
man.
You sure? Because it's got
Yes.
buffer a lot. All right.
Just do it.
How's it gonna buffer a lot?
I could
Wait a
pro you.
moment. I need to fix the formatting on the window. Give me a moment.
Because then if you don't, I'll just stream off my phone.
Oh
God.
I mean, I will fucking download the episode.
Now it's not appearing. I don't know why. Hang on.
God damn it, Ben.
From my Windows 98 computer.
Send me the
There we
goddamn... There we go.
All right, now play it.
Buffer a lot, and you gotta regret it.
I want to know: is there a difference between the YouTube version and the official website version?
No, it's the same
Spanish
version.
Latin America. It's possible that that's a.
1 second. Actually,
Possible that's the official dub.
Wait, this new version stopped.
Ben, just play it.
Ben, play the fucking episode.
Okay, so yeah, I just double checked the new version I downloaded. For some reason, my YouTube downloader exclusively downloads the Spanish version.
What are you using? The 4K downloader?
The one I've used for years.
Miles Morales versus Izuku Midoriya. Spider-Man versus Deku.
You guys want subtitles? Oh, no,
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Would have been funny if we watched this subtitled in
Spanish. Let's take this from the top again.
It would.
This is Peter Parker. He was bitten by a radioactive spider. And
or a genetically altered spider.
He's been the one and only
Spider-Man.
A friendly neighbor to all of New York City. In a universe
God
filled
damn,
with super
Bryce Dallas
soldiers,
Howard.
hulking green Goliaths,
I know, right?
world-shattering gods, Spider-Man is there
Should
to
have
look
been
out.
I
Mary
do love
Jane.
how they start
But
this
in a
analysis, by
multiverse
the
of
way.
infinite possibilities,
Because they
doesn't
did
always
Miles
last forever.
before.
Like in Universe 1610, when NYC's Webhead got iced on the
Universe
job.
1610.
The city was left without
A or
its
B, because
protector.
there's two of them now.
Unfortunately, Peter
Yeah.
wasn't the only one who got
This is
picked.
A. They're talking about
Miles
A.
Morales, a young teen from Brooklyn just trying to figure out his place in the world, and now he had it thrust upon him.
The canon event to start.
All right,
Real
you wanna
name,
read this,
Miles
Alex?
Morales,
You want-
age 17, 5'8", graffiti artist, Harold Anansi,
Yeah, nonsense.
Yeah, current
Teams, Champions, Ultimates, Avengers, likes Naruto, DBZ, JoJo's Gwen, dislikes canon events, GameSpot, and Paul. Hey, Paul!
Fuck
Go
you,
fuck
Paul!
yourself!
Oh,
Fuck off, Paul.
Now it was Miles'
Shit.
turn to be the hero the Big Apple needed, and
yeah,
he
that
had all
was
the
a good idea
usual
to
spider
cut
kit to
Spider-Man
help
with
him
the
out.
guy
The
everyone hates.
spider carried the Oz formula. A genetic
Now it looks
mutation
like
that
they
grants
may
Miles
or may
superhuman
not
strength, speed, and
mainline
the
Peter
ability
with
to alter his body's
MJ again. I honestly
all
don't
along
fucking know
any
anymore.
surface.
Paul
but-
must,
Forget that
Paul
classic
must
spider
suffer.
sense, an internal warning system that lets Miles know
Paul was
about
supposed to be the
incoming
new
threats so he
Venom
can
host,
react
but
ahead
people
of
had such
time.
an issue with it, they
He
made it
got an upgrade that acts
MJ.
like a radar, letting him see through
Yeah.
Doesn't make
No
sense
spider
either.
person is
Nanomesh
complete without
vibranium
their
suit,
web
Wakandan web
shooter.
shooters. Because the ones Peter made weren't good enough. Alright, there's a playlist on the Death Battle channel that has all the videos with Latino Spanish dubs. This does... Huh, that's weird. Spider
You
power,
know
super
what?
strength and
I have a
agility, wall
theory.
crawling, radar, spider sense, and visibility.
We don't need to read this, Alex.
I have a theory that the
Given to
audience
him by
for
Peter's
Death
Aunt
Battle
May, these
is
webs
just
have
as
all
big
sorts
in
of
the
applications
community
between swinging,
as-
grabbing,
just like
restraining,
CDs.
projectiling, and being made into constructs.
Not having Peter around to show him the ropes made things a lot tougher, though. And between mishaps with wall crawling and web slinging, Miles got off to a rocky start.
I
Like any
love that
typical
movie.
teenager, he
Yeah.
had a lot of
No,
self-doubt.
Spider-Verse is so
Couldn't keep up
fucking
in
good.
school. What was the
It
right
is.
way to talk to girls?
Oh yeah,
the straight tier
Hey.
battle.
Spider-Man, when one of the villains he had to face turned out to be his very own uncle. Makes family dinner so awkward.
Ah, I love that
Trying to
movie.
kill you.
Yeah!
That was hundreds of
Miles had
beavers.
a leg up.
Oh, man,
on
Steel
every
reference.
Other superhero known to man.
Living parents. Better yet, loving parents.
I do love their
Supported
own
him
respect to
when
Man of
things
Steel
were
in
tough, even
Civil
if
War.
they didn't always see eye to eye. And thanks to them, he learned that the best way to be Spider-Man wasn't to do it like
Fuck you,
Peter,
Alex.
but to do it his own way.
And
It's a really bad movie.
Spider had a bit more to its
Also,
You know what's funny, right?
correct.
That when I
Miles has
said
a
that, I
variety
almost
of
said
unique
fuck you,
powers,
Sony, instead of fuck you, Alex.
Invisibility, Venom.
That would have been
Also,
valid
Tom
too.
Hardy, though it is weird to
Yeah.
get
Minor
power the same
critique,
name as
just a
Wonder
minor
Man
critique.
guy.
I don't like how they wrote in the
Branding is
script
important.
Miles can
that the
harness his
script
own biotic
highlights
energy
Miles has
and
alive
weaponize it,
parents
which
when
is
they
especially
actually
effective
did
against
die,
individuals
you know,
with genetic
and were
Yeah.
brought back.
Punching
What
of
the
Yeah,
fuck
but-
happened to
yeah,
your
that
leg
was
there?
Kidding.
Hell, he can even make electric constructs out of this stuff, like biowebbing and a damn sword. Jeez, what kind of spider was this?
It's not entirely
Brown Lucas
science fiction.
can do that.
Studies have shown that certain species
No, that's
of
a banana
spiders,
spider.
such as the Linnaeus, have a process known as ballooning. By spinning a thread of their silk, they can use the Earth's natural electric
No,
fields
not
to
that kind of
fly,
ballooning, Ben.
traveling up to hundreds of miles. No pun intended.
I believe I
Well,
can
whatever kind of
fly.
bite it was,
That was a great
Miles
scene.
Edge, he needed to
That's
find his
also-
worth as Spider-Man.
Miles can dodge gunshots, missiles, and lightning bolts. He survived all sorts of beatings, including a building
That was
exploding
such a
on top
lame
of
opening
him.
sequence.
Spidey
Look
could
what we
lift
can do
buildings
on
and
the
dodge light speed attacks,
PS5.
and Miles is more than a match for him.
Like the time he absorbed the
Oh, Alex,
Oh, this feat was performed by the Insomniac 1048 Miles. The denizens of that universe are comparable in power to their 616 and 1610 counterparts in comic crossovers. Yes, but
Miles
Peter-
can't actually absorb. Okay, mainline Miles. I get they're trying to scale him and say that he's comparable to Insomniac Miles, but that's the thing. In mainline Miles cannot absorb electricity, so the blast being scaled to him is kind of redundant because you can use better feats to calculate his durability.
right.
energy of a bomb
also-
that was going to vaporize Harlem. A
X
blast
to
that would
doubt on
equal
1048
15
Peter being
million
as
tons of
strong
TNT.
as
He's gotten
616.
kudos from a ton of older heroes too, becoming a member of the New Ultimates and the Avengers. He even helped form the Champions, a team of teenage superheroes with the likes of Miss
Oh,
Marvel
that's
and
Titans.
Ironheart.
The king of
Yeah,
Wakanda
Marvel's
himself
Teen
even
Titans.
suited him up with some Wakandan vibranium.
last
Stop the
one.
video real quick.
His own suit.
Okay, so real quick, I hate how they don't go over this, but just just real quick summary. Miles was a vampire for a while, infected by a possessed blade, and after the event, he was still a vampire and was coming close to succumbing to it, but his venom was fighting it off. So T'Challa, who was also a vampire, and after recovering, he came over to Miles and was like, "Hey, fam, so I have 2 ways to help you get better. The first one is wear this vibranium spider suit that is weaker than my suit with vibranium web shooters. It'll help you resist the urge to not want to use your venom to go into extreme rage, which is counteracting your vampirism. And the second is a spider god chose him as his herald and just cured him of his vampiric abilities."
You know what? After you explained all that, I can see why Death Battle chose to ignore it.
Yeah, but I just don't like how they discluded it because, okay, Miles wasn't just given the suit. It really is an out of context thing.
He was given the suit as part of some bullshit related to... Anybody remember when Captain America got turned into a werewolf?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Remember when Frank Castle got turned into a black man?
Please
Continue playing.
Does anybody remember
This
that
super
one
rare
time
and
when
tough metal
Miles
can-
had to summon the
God,
power
no,
of Exodia
no,
to
no,
defeat
no, no.
Prowler?
Don't pause on that. Don't pause on that.
Energy and vibrational effects.
It helps to regulate Miles' venom powers too.
So Miles
allowing him to
Morales
better
gets as many
control
power-ups
his
as Goku
electrical
on
output.
top of
The
being a
vibranium
vampire,
is thinner
screams
to
lazy
better fit
writing.
his
Spider
acrobatic
Gods are
fighting
fucking
style,
stupid
but
too.
it can still
I
shake off
agree.
most fatal attacks like
That
that.
whole thing with Arachne
Stuff is
was
tougher
very,
than Deadpool
very
swords
dumb.
have shattered against it.
Though it's not as durable as, say, Captain America's shield, and enough kinetic energy will overload it.
Don't be near it when it does, or you'll end up like the Falcon here when he used his vibranium wings to stop a bomb that was gonna blow up New York City. That's twice now. Does any other city have to deal with this stuff?
But when vibranium and spider powers
Jump
still
City.
aren't enough, Miles
Gotham,
can push his electrical
Metropolis.
output into overdrive.
Giving him huge boosts in strength and speed.
Yep,
and
Miles
making him
has his own
a whole
full Cowling.
here. It's your classic show.
Noxar Boy says, I was thinking that time Frank became a Frankenstein's monster to stay on the monster theme.
Despite his initial insecurities, Miles has more than managed to live up to his predecessor. No longer standing in the shadow, but side by side.
Literally,
No, he's still in
his
the
universe
shadow.
got blown up and he was sent to the main 616
Outside of the
timeline,
universe, yeah.
along with his family. And now it's him and Peter as a pair of spider bros.
Don't
He's even
show
become one
that
of the
costume.
big players of the Spider-Verse.
I hate it.
Team
I
up
hate
with
that
all sorts of other
costume
spider
so
variants
fucking
to
much.
defend the multiverse.
Their stock price dropped the day that
People,
costume was
robot spider
revealed, and I'm
people,
happy
dinosaur
about that.
Spider people,
Yeah.
spider people, a whole lot of them.
Yeah, that's
When
super
they're all
Spiders, man, a
getting
man
the
made
job
of
done,
spiders.
Miles even led them into battle
Oh,
against the Inheritors, a bunch of interdimensional vampire assholes.
This is what Stan Lee was proudest of in his favorite superhero. Regardless of who they were, any sort of person could wear the mask and do the right thing. For so long as we stay true to ourselves and help others in our own unique ways, then anyone can be a hero.
I'm glad someone actually
Miles.
that in the,
That analysis
Pause for
for
a second.
Miles could have been,
Wait, this,
could have
wait,
been
wait,
better.
wait,
Yeah.
you guys missed the awesome transition, right? Hang on.
No, I
that was
didn't
cool.
miss the awesome transition. It was good. Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
What is a hero?
Yeah,
To
that's
the
cool.
citizens of Japan,
Pause.
there was no one more synonymous
This
with
episode
the
contains spoilers for the ending of My Hero Academia. Well, it's a good thing that doesn't matter here, then. Okay, so Miles will forever be stuck in the shadow of Peter, who will forever be stuck in the cuck chair while MJ hangs out with a terrorist.
yes.
Oh, no,
Unfortunately
Miles-
true.
No.
Technically, it's
So
number two.
I had to read all of Miles's comics. I shit you not. Miles is actually doing way better than mainline Peter. His uncle is alive again. He's got he has a cool new brother who was a clone of him, and somehow he had a good version of the Clone Saga. He has a girlfriend and is in an active relationship. He's actually more favorable in Brooklyn as Spider-Man than Peter is in Queens. So actually, no, Peter is not doing good as Spider-Man right now.
Well, everybody
Miles,
Peter hasn't been doing good as Spider-Man for 19 years. Let's be perfectly fair here.
Yeah.
yeah, but now
Guys,
Miles
we-
is getting more attention and more.
Like, Peter Parker
better
has...
than-
Mainline Peter Parker has died twice in the last 20 years. He's, maybe it might actually be 3 times.
No,
Death
it's
Battle
been
proves to be
treated.
massive
I think the
pussies here
last
by
time I
not
actually
saying the love
watched
interest
Spider-Man-
is the person Izuku gets in chapter 431, which is Ochiko or Araka. Suck it, Baku Deku fans. See, the thing is, I think Death Battle understands that the shippers are far more cancerous than even their own fan base ever possibly could be. Not to mention the fact that there's like it's not just Baku Deku fans. There's also fuck the shippers. I agree, but unfortunately for them, they're never going to get that. So but here's the thing. There's also shippers who think that him getting with Uraraka, he should have gotten with Invisible Girl. He should have gotten with Froppy. He should have gotten with
the dinosaur.
But he's not with Uraraka.
He should be a fry cook.
But here's the thing: he's not. He didn't get with Uraraka. They didn't get together.
Oh,
I mean they kind of did. It's more.
Well, no, they didn't.
It's more canon than them getting together is more canon than any of the other pairings.
Yeah,
guys.
I know. Play it.
Is it
before I do, I want to make one point. I want to make one quick point. If you think the My Hero shipping fandom is bad, try Kingdom Hearts, motherfuckers.
What about the Undertale shipping fandom?
Uno, with a smile on his face. Save anyone,
volume.
win any fight.
Volume.
What?
There's no volume. I can't.
There is volume. I
Why
can
is
hear
no
it.
volume?
Oh, okay.
I can
Hang
hear
on.
it.
Okay, play it again.
No matter what.
Or so it seemed. After a battle
wait,
with
I
his
see the
arch nemesis All For One, All Might was grievously injured.
Okay.
His time as a beacon of hope was coming to an end, and he would need to find someone to pass
The
on
beacon
the
of
torch.
truth, justice,
In
and
this
the
world,
American
most
way
human beings
via
evolved
Japan.
to have their own individual superpowers, or quirks, but not everyone is lucky enough to get one. Like this kid named Izuku Midoriya, or as local bully Bakugo like to call him, the good-for-nothing Deku.
Izuku wanted to save people just like All Might.
I love
but
romantic
even his
interest.
idol
Oh,
told
you
him
know,
that he would have
one
to
of
give up on his
them?
dreams.
Forever the beta male
That's
in the
fucking
shadow of
hilarious.
Bakugo.
You know what they should have done?
Work.
They should have just had Deku get with all of them just to throw everyone off.
Yeah,
What, like
it's
have
like,
a harem out of nowhere?
yeah, it's like all the girls in his class are getting with him, and Deku has to. Deku gets with Mountain Lady.
Izuku was granted All Might's quirk, one for all.
And Bakugo
this
gets the
power
Mountain
allows
Lady.
him to
Yeah.
boost his strength to incredible heights, using it for smashing attacks named after specific U.S. locales and a soccer club.
Or football, as they call it.
United States remains
strikes, even
undefeated.
finger flicks. One for all is the ultimate in strength-enhancing quirks.
The first time he used it, Izuku destroyed this giant robot in a single blow, on accident. Too bad it wasn't the only thing he destroyed, though. Damn, that looks like it hurts.
One for All's power was so great that the recoil would shatter Izuku's limbs when he used it. In the hands of an improper vessel,
Japan does
One for All
call
could
football
cause their body
soccer.
to
Yes,
explode.
I
So
actually
Izuku
have
would need to continuously train
Japanese-
to master
couple
it
of
at his
Japanese
Hero
soccer games.
Academia.
Say that again.
UA
Be inspired by girly pop Uraraka to turn his zero name into his hero name, becoming the Deku who always does his best.
Something that he may have
fucking
taken too
hate
far.
the bunny
When it
ears
came to
outfit
saving
from the
people,
first
do
couple
your
of
best
chapters.
here.
I know.
Bad
Thank
habit of
God they
putting
got
others
rid of
way
it.
before
I like
himself.
how it was
Sure,
portrayed
like
later in the
it.
show.
Okay, but he'd be good for nothing all over again if he got himself paralyzed.
So to cut down on his hospital bill, he developed. Instead of using his
Yeah, they don't have
first, he would
insurance in
continuously spread
high
the energy
school.
across his body.
Or college, I mean.
Percentages, using it for acrobatics inspired by Bakugo's explosive movements.
And
There you go.
that new thinking
Well, they do
came
have
a new
insurance,
fighting
it's just
style.
that,
Shoot
That's a
style.
cool transition. I do really
school
like that
nurse-
transition.
Less likely to
The school
break.
nurse whose
Deku
name
took a
escapes me
page
at the
from
moment
Nerd Emoji
tells him that
Eater's
she'll
book
have to
and
stop
switched
healing
to
him if he
focusing
keeps
on
fucking
kicks
up
to
his
pack
body.
in more of a punch.
Yeah, she's like, fuck
And
you,
that
dude.
power would be needed. After a climactic battle with All For One, All Might would be forced into retirement. Just a few
And
months
that's
into Deku's training.
and that's where I left
It
the
was his
show.
turn
As soon
to
as
face
All
this
Might,
demon.
was done, that's when I just quit.
Oh, dude, the show got so much better
gets-
after that.
It
No.
keeps getting it keeps getting better after that.
Master, and on top
Yeah.
of that master, one
Like
for
the
each.
show-
like,
the
I have to
show
pause it,
might-
like, legitimately.
Recovery Girl, yeah.
Yeah, no, like, seriously, like, some of the best moments come after that. I want to name specifics, but I can't because the
Well, the
moments are
manga-
so good. it from yourself.
I mostly read the manga. I still haven't caught up with the anime.
Still going, ain't it?
Yeah.
Anime's still going. The manga's done.
Anime's
But yeah.
still going, manga's
The,
done.
yeah, the anime has to finish adapting.
I wonder if
Yeah.
someone will fuck up the dub and give Deku an official, a little sort of canon pairing.
You know, someone will
knows?
try and they'll get blocked by Toei.
Yeah. Play it.
All right, let's get.
A power that was
Pacifics,
built upon
yeah.
for generations.
The quirks of the previous users of One for All manifest
Ghost!
along with their spirits or vestiges
Go, 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 go.
to help them in his battle against All for One.
Black Whip gives him energy
Where's the
tendrils to
Ghostbusters
swing
when you
around
need
and
them?
restrain foes. They
Deku's
can also
greatest-
twist his arms
Deku's
and manually
greatest
control
weakness,
his
the
muscles if he can't move.
Ghostbusters.
Float allows him to soar high into the sky. By combining it with controlled blasts of pressurized air, he can
That'd actually make for a
effectively
sick
fly.
crossover. My
Danger
Hero
sense detects incoming
Ghostbusters.
threats and unease.
Viz
Letting
already,
Deku
Imagine
Viz
the
already
Ghost-
fucked up
No,
Mineta by
it's
making
like
him
an
say
alarm
I
bell
fell
and
for you in
doesn't tell him
manga.
specifics like location or number
Oh,
of
that-
threats. Familiar?
Smokescreen lets him create a
Yeah,
smokescreen.
that outfit's really fucking cool.
Create a bigger smokescreen.
That's swell and all, but the real meat is in Fajin. After building up kinetic energy within his body, Deku can unleash it for bursts of strength and speed.
He's combined it with Black Whip to create the powerful Black Chain binding attack, and can use it in conjunction with Full Cowling to achieve foe 100%, equaling All Might's full level of power without any recoil.
He once used it to
Goddamn.
outspeed a bullet shot by Lady Nagant, a former hero turned villain who has a sniper rifle for an arm with a... I think I'm in love.
Nagant's distance of around 215 kilometers within a fraction of a second. That's 6,700 times faster than sound. And Deku was moving so fast, the bullet seemed like it was standing still.
And he can go even faster than that with his final quirk, Gear Shift.
By touching a target, he can control its speed without abiding by the laws of inertia. He can
Oh,
slow
he's
down
Scrooge
foes to leave
McDuck.
them frozen in the air, or move so fast he can punch multiple times in an instant.
Even All for One's own protege Shigaraki couldn't track him. And this is a dude who can catch
Deku
light
can
speed
forcefully transfer the vestiges of One for All to an opponent to directly attack their soul, but he loses one of his quirks every time he does so. It also requires that they ingest some of his DNA.
Ew.
laser beams.
It does
I
have
was
a time
waiting for
limit,
somebody
though.
to say
After
that.
5 minutes of continuous use, his body will catch up to his speed.
Quickly eat my
Suffocating
hair.
as his cells become unable
So I can
to take in
destroy your
Not
soul.
nearly as bad as One for All.
Can hit you really hard. That's all we need to know.
Suffocating him though. He's been doing
I'm
all
going
of
to
this
hit
shit
you
in just the 10th
really
grade. I hadn't even
hard.
figured out you can breathe through your nose.
Really?
At this point.
The pressure of having to save his
no.
Yes!
the entire world weighed on Deku. So he left UA to fight this war alone.
Edgy Deku
But
was
alone
awesome.
was never where Deku fought best. Having come from nothing, his admiration for his peers gave him strength, just as they admired his strength and desire to help others. Even Bakugo came around to him.
So when it came time to finally put that demon lord back in hell, his classmates, teachers, mom, friends, enemy, and everyone else supported and cheered him on. Because that was the greatest threat to All for One's reign all along.
Not All Might, not Deku, not even One for All itself. Just people helping each other out. And with their help, Deku defeated All for One once and for all, blowing a hole in this huge storm and parting the skies for a brighter future.
Though he did lose his quirk and have to retire from hero work, getting a regular 9 to 5 as a teacher, passing on his knowledge to the next
8
generation.
to 5, what's
just like
Deku's
every user of
excuse?
One for All before him.
Some might say he peaked in high school, if not for the sick new armor he eventually got to go back to kicking butt. He even made it all the way back near the top of the rankings.
All with the help of his friends. For so long as we keep reaching out our hands to help those in need, everyone can be a hero.
See, that one was better.
That was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Hello, it's me, store-bought Benjamin. I know what you're asking. Benjamin, what are you wearing?
Dummy thick.
Yes, that's our mechanical
God.
menace Mecha Goose pulling down the
Okay.
chunks of poor dummy. Our new summer line of merch is available now on
Need to buy this
deathmetal.gg for a
shirt.
limited time.
We don't know if we
Website
still like
members
the
can
shirt.
even get this in a unique color scheme. And there's a hat. I like the hat. I know what else you're asking. Benjamin, why the
changed
whiz
color.
put robot butt cheeks on dummy? I don't know.
Somebody,
Cheeks at
bet you somebody suggested it.
www.deathbattle.gg.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's so good, though.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Quickly, which high schooler dies?
Both of them.
Good answer.
Because death is inevitable.
Yeah, everyone dies eventually. Oh, this is done by Moro, by the way, who did Bowser vs. Eggman.
And Shigaraki versus Mindo.
Oh, I love that transition.
You're more man and less spider than usual. Whoa, I was looking for you. Care to show me what you can do?
Oh god, that mic quality is terrible.
Don't watch the mouth. Watch the heads. Now watch mine, Delaware!
I hate this Deku voice.
I like it. It's better than the first one they had.
Guess who?
That's a reference to the first Spider-Man death battle. I just realized.
Yes.
You got skills, man. I like that.
Oh!
Oh,
Never noticed that it was broken. What is your fucking spider sense for? Really old city.
Old New York.
I moved us to an abandoned part of the city so we can go all out! Because I always do my best!
So good.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Look at that!
That was good. I never get tired of that shot.
So cool. So much aura.
If I'm gonna do my best, I gotta do my own thing.
Nice. Nice.
M-Sans Undertale, look into my eyes.
What do you see?
Sarah was right! Your quirk is amazing!
Amazing is my buddy. They call me the ultimate Spider-Man.
Kamehameha.
Shock absorption, not nullification!
Application. So it's got a limit. Reference to Sasuke.
Death Bang! Go beyond! Ultra!
This is basically a big fuck you.
Dead. I thought you were stronger.
That's who lost us now?
Forgot the hyphen.
You really are the ultimate.
Well, that's a lame ending.
It's better than the storyboards, I'll say.
Run your hoven.
Let's start.
I do like
talking
the
about
ending,
their
though,
superpowers.
I hate that ending line. And it's mostly down to
given
the
not so subtle
terrible
inspiration for
delivery
Deku's
from the
quirks,
actor.
Though they did have some edges over the other.
The spider sense.
All right, Alex.
Miles is a herald of the spider god Anansi. Anansi is largely a supportive mentor rather than a direct combatant on Miles' behalf. However, Miles' status as his herald could theoretically grant him spiritual protection from being attacked by One For All's vestiges.
Yes, because
More
our
surroundings and threats that
can also tell Miles when danger is coming, so he acts as another sensory.
danger sense, which has been worked around before.
This meant Miles' invisibility was
Deku's not a real fan. Sarah wouldn't have forgotten the hyphen. Time for a street tier fight. Well, yeah, they were on a street.
Deku in a smokescreen. Izuku's other quirks granted him advantages of his own.
Float was a lot more mobile than Webs, and Fajin gave a bigger boost in strength.
So, two things. And thus, Deku gained the quirk of straight tier, turning every opponent he encounters on the street into a straight tier, thus nullifying any and all power scaling.
While Venom is
love that
effective,
meme.
while Venom is effective against genetic mutants, it can be resisted by those with high durability or pain tolerance, such as Ultimate Green Goblin. Deku has withstood electrical attacks from Shigaraki and Nine. Even if a Venom Strike did paralyze Deku, he could puppet his body with overlay.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fantastic argument because I remember people were saying, "Oh, this is
Yeah.
how Miles went
Well-
instantly." No.
Oh,
that
okay.
was
Well, here's the thing. I read through all of Miles's modern comics. That shit where they said he can paralyze somebody by touching him with his venom blast. He never does that. I looked through all of the comics. I could not find any example.
It's people gassing up Miles. I'm not
Venom did.
surprised.
Since both had some advantages and disadvantages, we're gonna call superpowers a tie.
Next up, speed. Scaling to Peter, Miles could dodge light speed attacks, which actually outpaced Izuku
what?
moving faster
Hey,
than
guys,
that sniper
pause.
bullet. Fortunately for Deku, though,
Why was the footnote still up there?
For people
Editing
to read
mistake.
it? Yeah, but it was up there for way longer than it needed to be. Also, and this is why Miles can't defeat any Quincy. Renso Tengai functions the same way as Black Whip.
that wasn't his best.
Thanks to Gear Shift, Deku could speed himself up to match Miles the same way he did to the light-catching Shigaraki. Even worse for Spidey, one touch from Gear Shift could freeze him in place and make dodging totally impossible.
True.
So speed goes to Deku.
Hell
For
yeah!
skill, Deku was incredibly talented at analyzing an opponent's abilities and coming up with strategies on the fly.
But Miles is
Deku was
powers and fighting
unhinged
style
during
give
that second
Deku
season.
immediate opening.
Deku may have received more formal training at UA, but he was ultimately only active in hero work for a little under a year.
Meanwhile, Miles has been
Miles has been trained by Captain America, Colleen Wing, Misty Knight, and Black Panther. While his training is arguably not as intensive as Deku's full-time study at UA, he's not inexperienced by any means.
handling
Also
everything
remember-
from neighborhood crooks to multiverse-ending gods for significantly longer.
It's close, but with his greater experience, skill goes to Miles, and that means the biggest deciding factor is raw strength.
And that was no contest. Miles absorbing the energy of that bomb was nothing to scoff at, but overwhelming power is what One for All is all about.
When Deku defeated All for One, the energy needed to part those clouds with his punch had a yield of 362 billion tons of TNT, smashing the bomb Miles absorbed out of the water.
But it wasn't as simple as that. Miles is wearing a vibranium suit after all, so the question wasn't necessarily who was stronger, it was if Miles' suit was tough enough to continuously absorb Deku's blows.
When the Falcon protected New York from that city-destroying blast, it had a yield of 546 megatons.
Alex,
Miles' bomb absorption feat was nearly fatal. Furthermore, the 546 megaton yield for vibranium's durability was a high-end calculation, and the energy to simply render New York uninhabitable is far less. Even analyzed generously, Miles' strength and armor is far weaker than One for All.
Rip
Impressive,
Bozo.
But Deku defeating All for One was still over 600
Also,
times.
they downplayed that because that affected the entire planet.
That
They
and
only
they
did
didn't
like
use
a
they didn't
Yeah.
use the combined feat with Bakugo that they've used twice in every
Yeah.
My Hero Academia fight since All Might and Todoroki.
Yeah, because the Bakudo punch was higher, wasn't it?
Yes, it was a teraton, which is higher
Is that
than a
the-
gigaton.
Is that the first time they use a weaker feat just to make their argument?
Why you gotta make it sound like that?
Poor Miles. You really didn't stand a fucking
Than
chance.
vibranium's limit.
And Deku did that with One for All's embers, not the full package.
And remember, the vibranium in Miles' suit was much thinner than what Falcon and Black Panther had, making it unlikely it could
True.
absorb as strong of a blast.
That's a really good point
Protection,
too.
Sure, but there was no way it could survive all of what Deku could dish out.
In this superpower
Bakugo
battle,
is a
it was
type of
Izuku's
keto,
overwhelming
Benjamin.
speed and
Bakugo
immense
is the
strength
name of the
that made him
character.
the winning hero.
And the moralis of the story is
The winner is Deku.
next time on Death Battle.
I know Alex excited.
Subscribe and join as a member.
God, I'm so fucking ready for Hulk to get his third L. I'm so hyped. I cannot wait.
I'm not-
Godzilla, roast this fraud. Alright. I don't think we have much to say because I think we talked about that matchup before, but how would you guys
I
rank this?
should-
I'm gonna go.
I'm just gonna say it was pretty decent. I'm sorry. I think Mahito versus Shigaraki is still better.
Hulk isn't gonna win. Probably not. I
Miles
wouldn't
Payne.
disagree with putting it in
Was
pretty
better.
damn good. This isn't.
Damn.
This.
Hang on, what Jedi? What did you say?
I said pretty damn good. I guess I would just put it below Link versus Cloud remaster.
No, that's a little too low for me. I think it's the animation and the art style that actually steals the show.
Yeah.
So
for me,
you got to put it above. I put it above Red versus Blue.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So my thing is, the art style is good. The animation is kind of floaty, and
So,
the performances, like, they got a good performer for Miles. Deku got hung out to dry.
Well, so
I
they
Miles,
recasted.
I
So real quick, they did bring back Deku's actor Jose, who played Deku in Deku versus Asta. They instead recasted him with Todoroki's voice actor from Zuko versus Todoroki, who can do a Deku voice. And I don't know why they did that. I think Jose sounded closer to Justin Briner than this actor, John. I just, that's my opinion. Also, for the animation, I think that's just the script, Alex, because this was a primarily air fight. Because did you notice, for the most part, they're fighting in the air, not on the ground.
Really
Yeah. But
I thought that was cool.
But there's not enough snap. Like the cuts, the individual cuts are too slow. You know.
Yeah. Well, I think it's also too. So Moro did animate this fight in 3D, but he used a 2D. He put a 2D style and shade on the models to make them look 2D.
It looks good.
It does. Well, okay. Another thing too. I always have to attribute this to time. The reason why I would say that Bowser vs. Eggman was as good as it was is because Moro had ample time to finish it off, whereas these episodes have to come out once a month now instead of every 3 weeks. So I would imagine there's only so much he can do with that kind of time frame, because he's probably he literally was working on multiple fights this year for Death Battle. So I would imagine that, okay, maybe if he had more time, I think he could have improved the floatiness a little bit. But I think I think defenders will say that kind of adds to it.
I'm never a big fan of when animation is that loose. You know, like that was one of the problems that I had with the Devil May Cry show, is there's a lot of real loose, not snappy animation in there. And one of the things that I like about animation is when they have that kind of impact, that kind of snap. Kevin says too floaty, not enough impact. I'd agree. It's like I love how I like how good the episodes we've been getting are. I just think that, you know, like you said, this is pretty damn good. This is maybe above Red versus Blue. I wouldn't put it above Amy Rose versus Ramona, personally. Yeah, I'd say that's about as high as it needs to go there, because, like, for
versus Saitome.
For as many flaws as some of the other ones on Pretty Damn Good for as many flaws as some of these have, they at least have a bit more going for them. This is just kind of meh.
Yeah, no, like, again, that's kind of my problem too. Like, I think this episode is just okay. I can't in good conscience say that it checked off every box I wanted. Like, on a surface level, it's fine. It's pretty good. But it's not great. And I think that just comes down to the script, not the animation. Like, I think the script needed more fine-tuning.
I think you could definitely get what they did done well. Like, a mostly aerial fight can be done with proper impact. Like, Man of Steel showed that. To some degree, even Shazam. Even Shazam.
Tetsuo.
Yeah, that one. There's a lot of Dragon Ball Z aerial battles that have, like, that kind of snap to them, you know.
Superman versus Deku.
Impact, yeah. I'm like talking about generally speaking, but yeah, like even Death Battle has done aerial battles that have a lot more impact and like a heavier feel to them. Like Vegeta versus Shadow, for instance, is mostly aerial.
Versus Thor.
Yeah, that one too. Gizmo, where would you say you'd want to put it?
Play it where it lies. It's like I said. I think it's better to put it like above Red versus Blue, and I would put it at maybe worthy depth if it weren't for the fact that they didn't really give much to Miles in terms of like how do I put this? Okay, so they gave him an analysis that's good enough.
Yeah, they just skipped over a bunch of stuff.
I feel like they just skipped over a bunch of like major stuff. Like Jedi brought up a bunch of them, like how Miles turned into a fucking vampire for God's sake.
Yeah. Oh,
or how when the Marvel multiverse collapsed and merged together thanks to Doctor Doom, it was partly Miles survived the whole fucking thing. It was like a multiversal war, and he survived that. Granted, it was because he had a fucking In-N-Out burger in his pocket and he gave it to like Molecule Man, but beside the point.
Oh man,
that's beside the point. Like, they could have even gone to like Ultimate Alliance 3, because that was when Miles was still newish. And keep in mind, again, Midoriya is what, in high school? Like 15, 16 at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he started his hero career pretty young. Miles started younger. Like, he was in middle school, like 11 or 12. People seem to forget that. Like, people keep on going, well, Spider-Man was the youngest superhero. Miles was like 11 or 12. He was in, like, straight up middle school when he started out. And what, in the movie, he's like a little older than that, if I'm not mistaken?
He's like 14 or 15, 16 maybe.
15, almost the same age as Midoriya. They could have brought that up too. Like, it was kind of weird the way they analyzed.
They did kind of bring up that he had more experience, but they didn't.
Yeah, but they didn't bring up the fact that he started again at 11 damn years old. That was the moment. That was like literally the moment he started middle school.
Yeah.
That was literally the same time Ultimate Spider-Man died.
Yeah, that was one of the things that kind of bugged me about early Miles comics, is like he's essentially the irritating kid's sidekick, and now it's like they pulled an inverse Death in the Family.
It's like they tried to pull off a Gohan.
Like if Jason Todd had to take over as Batman, like right after he got adopted. That was what that struck me as.
Here's the difference, though.
Batman gets beaten to death by the Joker with a crowbar, and Jason Todd, age 12, has to take over her as the Dark Knight, and as a result, because he is 12, starts carrying Grandpa Alfred's shotgun with him.
And so going away from the analysis for a second here, the mic quality on Midoriya was questionable. I can still hear him clearly, but it sounds a little muffled. I don't know what it is.
It's either
mixing.
It's either that he was too far from the mic, or they brought the audio levels down a little too much and then didn't check. Now, that could be a Premiere problem. That could very easily be a Premiere problem, but at the same time, that's something that you should fix, and I'm going to hold my hands up when I say this.
The first time we had... I remember we had...
I've missed QA stuff like that before.
Remember when we had issues with Wiz sounding a little off with the new audio stuff? Yeah, this is something to expect with the Indie Band era, because they don't have Rooster Teeth with the
but you can...
No, hold on. They have sound cadence.
AVGN, the Angry Video Game Nerd, does ADR and he's been doing ADR for 20 years now, and his ADR has more consistent audio quality.
Well,
Well,
also too, I have to say, they have sound cadence. Like that's okay. So
because like AVGN, he not only monetizes his videos, he also has his merch line. He has memberships.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking Gizmo. I understand what you're about to say. It's not really relevant to what I was trying to say because the Angry Video Game Nerd heard it. I'm mostly talking like he's independent. Stop for a second. He's independent as well, but he has like he makes sure that there's
he has better equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah, my point was, hang on, that wasn't my point. My point was that they just entered the independent era. The things are going to get a little weird going forward.
You're telling me that they didn't scrounge up any equipment from the Rooster Teeth headquarters?
But they have sound booths.
Yeah, they have.
Sound Cadence had sound booths when they
Sound Cadence
and record.
Yeah, Sound Cadence has the appropriate equipment. Like I own several Sound Cadence dubs on Blu-ray. I've watched them, like Hell's, for instance. Hell's was, I think, their first one. It sounds really good. It sounds better than this. Yeah, Team 4-Star. I got to go back to Team 4-Star a lot because Team 4-Star, like the gold standard of a big multinational indie collaboration like this. They manage to mostly, like, once you get into the like past the time where it's running with whatever people's equipment you've got, they manage to make stuff sound good. Hell, I managed to make a bunch of stuff sound good. I had all of my vocals for Evangelion Alternative Saga and all of Kelly's were recorded on my Blue Yeti back in the day. Devil Kick Sanji, I think he still uses his Blue Snowball, and that sounds great because he has a sound booth that he uses for that. And then like you take my mixing and I mixed it all together, and it sounded like crystal clear, even though we had different audio equipment, different audio sources, different audio recording levels. Like a good engineer, and they have good engineers, a good engineer can make all this stuff sound fairly coherent. So unless, like we were saying, unless Deku was too far from the microphone, or if if Premiere just fucked with the levels in post, because it does that sometimes, where it'll just take your sliders and pull them all the way the fuck down, and now you can't hear anything because it sounds like there's nothing going on. It's possible that they just missed something in QA. That's understandable. It still should have been caught, because you do like a watch through with this stuff, and you say is like, oh, that sounds a little bit off, we'll boost that level, well, we'll run the audio out again and then remux the video before we upload it. And like, that's just, it's a pain, but it's not difficult, just like a quick re-render and bada bing. Now we've gone.
Your point, but I was like, my point was that they just started being independent. I'm not saying this will be an issue forever.
Oh, yeah.
Like, remember, Wolf had issues. They're still in an adjustment period, so this has got to be stuff they'll miss. But I do think they'll gotta get a lot better, especially in their second year of being independent. I believe for sure. That was my point. But let me give my thoughts since I'm next. I actually really enjoyed this episode. In terms of my ranking, probably top. Not. Let me think. It's in my top 5, but it's at the bottom 5 so far for the independent era. Like, it's not better than let me grab my list. It's not better than Wile E. Coyote versus Tomcat. It's not better than Ghost Rider versus Spawn. It's not better than Simon the Digger or Bowser versus Eggman. I still think I still think it's a relatively extremely solid episode, and it gave me everything I wanted. Personally, I do think the analysis for both needed a little work. I think the alpha beta joke for Bakudo and Deku is horribly cringe. That was like the only bad joke for me. I do think they could have mentioned a few more details for Miles. I do like. I don't blame them for skipping the vampire stuff. If I were to mention, it would be like a quick one line and that's it, because that's
I don't necessarily know how that would fit in, because I understand the context for the suit, but it's also like not overtly relevant to the death battle.
No, but people want to know like how we got it in the first place. They could have at least done something like
they could have. I feel like one way you could have done it is explain it in a note, but I don't even know how you would explain it.
They could have just mentioned it like quickly, like so when like something along the lines of
oh yeah,
when Miles turned into a vampire. Like when Miles turned into a vampire, that's a long story, and then continue on with their point. You know, something like that.
What you had to do, well, no, how I would have done it is just real quick, just says, and after just setting up the vibranium suit, and after being turned into a vampire for temporarily, Miles was gifted a new suit thanks to the King of Wakanda himself, Black Panther. That's it. That's all you had to do. It's short, it's sweet, it's deliberate and to the point.
Then you have Boomstick make a quip about that, and it's like,
wait, what?
It's like, what the fuck is like one of the ones that we said, you know, when we were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I like the analysis. As I said, I think they're very good. Outside of like the one really bad cringy joke, I think it has between the analyses. I think it has like the best transition in the series between both of them. I thought they were genius. I can't name another episode that has like a smoother transition between both analysis. With the fight itself, I really enjoyed the fight. I do think it has like a few things I think are iffy, but overall, I think it's one of Moro's better animations on the show. I think the voice works very good. I do see why with Deku, it sounds like he's trying to force himself a little too hard in certain aspects to sound like Deku, but overall I think he sounds great. I like him better than the previous actor in Deku for Asta personally. Miles is perfect. I think the writing for both is perfect in it. The interactions and writing for both is just spectacular, pun intended. The fight starts off a little weird, but it got better throughout the fight, and then they just start.
At least it has a start.
Yeah. I love the imagery in a lot of the fight. I think that's what really sells me on it. Like, there's some pieces of imagery that's just fucking awesome. I think that's what makes me really like this fight more. For me, I would say it's somewhere in a worthy death. But we're all in agreement of. I mean, you all are in agreement on pretty damn good. So it would be like, I guess the top of it. I didn't even. I think they did a great job with the results.
They did good enough, man, but it's not as good as, say, you know, Terminator versus RoboCop or Kool-Aid Man versus Macho Man.
No, I'm gonna be honest. Macho Man versus Kool-Aid Man looks worse in my eyes.
No, don't even go there.
Every time I look back on it, it gets worse. I'm gonna be honest.
Much versus Kool-Aid is one of those episodes where I really love the concept of it, and I love the idea of everything that went into the animation.
Yeah.
The problem is, oh god, why is my mic peeking out? Am I that close to the mic, or did I turn up the gain too high?
Oh, well, I was going to say that the problem was that they had like a story about Boomstick's daddy.
Yeah. The problem
I'm not talking about Macho Man versus Kool-Aid Man right now. God damn it. I would say, at least for me, top pretty damn good. What's the ratio? Where does it go in terms of like the vote ratio?
On top of red versus blue.
Yeah, I would not say any higher than that. Bender, what do you think?
I think that's the ratio point. Give Jedi a moment. He's muted.
Yeah. I can't put it any higher than red versus blue.
All right. So we'll leave it there. I think that's good. All right.
I'm just gonna say right now, Hulk vs. Godzilla is gonna be the one. I never liked this fucking idea to begin with.
I love the idea. I love.
If you're gonna have Godzilla fight the fucking Hulk, either Godzilla turns small or Hulk goes big, and either one of them is stupid.
No, they're not gonna do that. It's
then it's even stupider.
No, it isn't. That's an awesome idea.
I want to see Hulk going full Shadow of the Colossus.
Yes, okay, he sees it.
Hulk fighting Shadow of Colossus.
That
I want to see Godzilla go full Lovecraftian via Ultima, and Godzilla just
Unless
fucking
you're
around.
expecting him to constantly rip out each individual spine from Godzilla's back and just stab it, then there's nothing really there.
That
Listen,
wouldn't
we'll
work.
figure
That would not
something
work
out.
with Godzilla.
You don't
Godzilla would
dude,
just.
it's the
knock
Hulk.
fuck
He
out of
literally like pulled the tectonic plates of the Earth back together.
Oh, I
with an
know.
Earthquake.
Do you know how powerful Godzilla is?
You know how powerful
Actually,
Hulk
Is this? Did they say? Hang on. Did they say if this was Showa, Heisei,
Oh,
Millennium?
very much.
Alex,
I
hang on.
think my
I know,
my,
I mean,
my
let
bet is,
me answer. Let me
Hang on.
answer. It's composite, all of them.
yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's like it's like Godzilla versus Gamera. They're not going to use one specific version of Godzilla because it would just be it would be a back and forth. So they're going to use all of the Godzillas.
Okay.
This
Okay.
includes Ultima Godzilla, who's
Does it
on par
include-
with Bill Cipher.
Does it? Hang on.
animated Godzilla.
Hang on.
Oh
So
yeah,
there's-
Ultima
hang on. So there's
Godzilla
two
is
animated.
from
There's two animated Godzillas, but hang on. So does that
I know what I
include
said.
Sony Godzilla?
I know what I said. I know what I said.
Yeah, you're thinking of anime trilogy Godzilla.
Does
No.
that include?
you're thinking
does
of
it?
really
Does
big
it include Roland Emmerich's Godzilla? The world
Yes.
needs to know.
No,
Yes.
no, it does not.
Yes. Yes.
It,
better,
it
better.
includes
What the fuck
it
is
includes them
this?
taking a shit on it.
This.
I don't like this design.
I
What's
hate
the
this
design?
design.
Yeah. Also, Ben, we should probably
that's
wrap
worse.
up soon.
I know
That's
where I
actually-
just want to
that one
Oh,
actually
God,
looks pretty
that's
cool. Oh,
horrifying.
that one's neat.
Yeah.
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 Bum, 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 bum,
I love how Alex
bum,
gets hype. I just want to read. I want to read like.
bum, bum,
Well, no, go
bum,
back
bum,
up.
bum,
Go back
bum,
up. I
bum,
need to
bum,
make a
bum,
point
It
for
would
this
have to be
smoke.
for the
Go back
Godzilla
up.
game.
Go back up to that
bum,
image.
bum, 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 bum,
Okay.
bum,
Isn't that
bum.
the
All
one
right,
where it
Gizmo.
was
You
like-
see that? You see that?
Yeah,
All right,
isn't that the
Gizmo.
one
I'm about to blow. No, Gizmo. I'm about to blow your mind.
from the
That's
new
not-
movie? One of the newer movies?
No. So this Godzilla, Ultimate Godzilla, that's not the Godzilla of this universe. That's his avatar. He's basically yes. Ultimate Godzilla is basically Darkseid. He lives in he exists in the 13th dimension, and he can't leave that dimension because he exists as a star constellation that can move about. But in order to interact with lower tier dimensions in the physical world, he creates avatars that are essentially weak copies of himself. And at most, they're probably like maybe in terms of scaling power wise, they're potentially universe level.
What in the James Cameron DC comic fuck?
Guys, listen. The Hulk, when he sees Godzilla's true avatar,
Try to relax your anus.
he's fucked. He's bones.
That's a good design though. That's
Yeah,
a-
no, there's the thing. I want to show. Where's a good GIF of this design? Because it's actually really cool when he opens his mouth.
Oh no! So here's the craziest thing too.
That's too small.
When Ultima Godzilla in the 13th dimension uses his atomic blast radiation, he draws power from every Godzilla in the multiverse when he fires his atomic breath.
Does that include?
That's fucking absurd. I didn't even. What the fuck?
Does that include
That is-
American Godzilla and Godzuki?
Yes.
Yes.
Jesus Christ!
If every Godzilla in the multiverse draws
Is
power.
this? Hang on, that's outdated. Hang on. That's an old. That's crusty footage. Is it this? Is this the footage you're
yes.
talking about?
What is that
Okay.
mouth? God damn!
Hang on, I'm gonna try and skip to the footage. I want to see this before we end it off.
Now this is. Oh God.
Okay, that's not what I'm looking for.
But
What the
that's.
fuck was
No, it's
that?
still
This,
badass.
you know, these movies sucked, but at least some
Nah,
of this,
they're
some of
not-
this animation was
this is a
cool.
show. This is a show.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a show.
Yeah, it's a show.
There it is. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking of.
Bum, bum, bum.
Look at this big old dude. The Hulk stands no chance.
Oh, how are you doing?
Look how
And again,
derpy you are.
that's just his avatar. That's not the real Ultima Godzilla.
Oh, yep, there he gets gathering the energy of all Godzillas. That's an absurd concept.
lend me your power.
Literally, though.
Do you want to hear how they beat him?
Tell us after this scene.
That is some Ava shit right there.
Yeah, look at that shit. Oh my fucking god.
Alright. You can kill the video now. It's gonna get us a copyright claim.
Nah, I feel like we need to get our channel struck down at least once before we become real.
Alright, so here's the thing. Here, just real quick. They beat that Godzilla, that Avatar, because that Godzilla runs on mathematical equations, and that's another thing I forgot to mention. When Ultima Godzilla creates an Avatar, he basically gives it the ability to fuck with reality, to manipulate the ones and zeros inside its code, so that way it cannot have any weaknesses whatsoever discovered about it. And the only way to defeat that particular avatar is you have to be the smartest and best mathematician in your fucking universe in order to create an override code that will somehow be able to dissolve the ones and the zeros inside Ultima Godzilla's genetic code to move him out of your universe and into another universe.
Oh, Banner's dying.
So what you're saying is the only way to beat Godzilla is to move him somewhere else.
Yes.
Take Godzilla
and what you're also saying, and what you're
Yeah.
also saying is that Hulk can't beat him, but Bruce Banner can.
That's
Yes.
what I'm saying. I think that's just gonna.
He's gonna
The
have
only
to.
way.
He's gonna have to Hulk down, and then Bruce Banner's gonna have to use a calculator to do some fucking
Is
math.
this gonna be another one of those Death Battle Presents theories I have, where it's like,
calculator, and he just wins.
so hold on. So I had this theory. I think you remember this, where when we were going over the death battles that are going to be for this season, I theorized that Columbo versus Light Yagami, or
Yeah.
was it
Yes.
the other guy? I theorized that in that episode it was going to be movie length, and it was going to be Death Battle Presents instead of an actual like death battle episode. I feel like if they actually go the route of Banner or one of the smarter Hulks, it's going to be on the level of Death Battle Presents. I'm just theorizing because, dude, there's only so much the Hulk can do with a behemoth like fucking Godzilla. If fighting Fin Fang Foom didn't prove anything, as well as other giants. I'm not talking Giant Man level. I'm talking Godzilla. Considering what we're talking about.
Well,
If they're gonna
Godzilla
have
does exist in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, but
Yes, he does.
That was a little wonky. But what I'm trying to say is, if they're gonna have Hulk fight Godzilla, they can't just be normal Hulk. It's got to be he's got to either have one of the smarter, more potentially smarter Hulks come out, like
The Professor.
Hulk,
Yeah.
or he has to morph down to his Banner form, so we can figure out a way to fight him. And I don't think that they're going to do that.
Well, see,
Yeah,
okay,
to be
here's the
fair-
thing. This is gonna
to be fair-
end in one way. No, hold on. This is gonna end in one of two ways. Either one, this is gonna because there is no third option. I don't think they're gonna do a draw. Everyone's theorizing they could do a draw, but I don't think they're
No.
gonna do a draw. So
No
it's
way,
gonna
dude.
end two ways. Option number one: Hulk does not kill Godzilla. It's Bruce Banner that kills him and figures out a way to beat him.
That would be
Because
cool, actually.
Hulk can't die either, because everyone's already forgetting Hulk still has the green door. He
Well,
can't
technically,
die.
He can't die.
Well, Banner also.
He can
Here's the
die.
thing: Hulk also can technically absorb the
He can absorb
radioactive
the radiation. Yeah, so he can absorb the radiation and
yummy.
But every time Hulk dies, he'll just come back to life. So Godzilla can't permanently put him down. But option number two, it ends with Godzilla winning, but Godzilla would have to destroy the green door. And since it's and since Godzilla can trace radiation, he's attracted to it, so he has a good scent for radiation. he would have to go down to the depths of hell, and he would have to destroy the Green Door at its core.
Oh, hey, just like
Giving
the
him the
comic
win.
book, Godzilla
Wouldn't
goes
that
to hell.
also mean you have to face off against people in hell, like the one below all, Mephisto, and that kind of thing?
And you also have to face off with Demon Hulk.
That's
but also,
situation.
that second
If they
option
ever
would
bring him
take
up.
too much time. That second option would take too much time because, okay, just because Godzilla could theoretically trace and find the Green Door, that doesn't exactly mean he'll just lickety-split instant teleport to it. He has to physically go into the concept of hell.
This
So,
is why I love this matchup. It's complete.
Well, that would
and utter
mean that Hulk would
bullshit.
have to be in hell with him to fight him hard enough to keep away from the door.
Yeah, so it's going to end one of those two ways. Either they allow Godzilla to destroy the Green Door, or Bruce Banner comes up with a way to beat Godzilla.
I honestly, not gonna lie, I would be sad at Godzilla lost, but if it's Bruce Banner that wins and not the Hulk, I think that would be pretty fucking epic.
That
I
would
wouldn't
be nice
mind.
to give him a win for once in Death Battle. He's like, what, lost his
On
place?
one hand, I want to see
Yeah.
Hulk take 3 L's because I think that'll be hilarious. On the other, Bruce Banner being the one to take the win would be a great twist, and if they can make a good argument for it, I'll be all for it.
Here's the you know what? Now that you now that we brought up Banner a lot, who's gonna voice Banner if that's the case?
I don't know.
Ben Singer.
Also, we should
Yeah.
we should probably end it because we still got
Yeah,
to
let's
talk
end it.
Superman.
I need to go to the
Yeah,
bathroom.
so we've got the Superman. God fucking damn it! I just dropped my slide again. Well,
He brought a whole
if this
slide
thing,
for the
if
Superman
this thing
talk.
ever fucking breaks, it's gonna shatter everywhere. But thankfully, it's made out of a very thick glass. All right,
I'll be right back. I
so-
need to go to the bathroom. Thank you for joining us,
So,
guys.
Yeah, that's been the Death Battle Reacts. Tune in, same Met time, same Met channel. Well, right here and now for us talking about the Superman. The post-Superman panel is today. Stay right here.
Yep.
Don't go anywhere.